Good afternoon. I have a bell again. Sometimes we have the bell, sometimes we don't. So whoever brought the bell, I don't know who brought the bell, but thank you so much for bringing it. I'm Bruce Light. I'm the president this year of the Lynchburg Optimist Club. And we thank all y'all for coming. We're here to honor our career tech students this year. This is one of our funnest and biggest programs that we do. And the reason why I like it so much is these are the people that are going to or are currently making the world possible. If you think about it, how on earth could we go through a single day? Remember COVID? Nobody could get their hair cut, right? Couldn't get your teeth cleaned, right? Couldn't get your nails done. Not something I do very often, but anyway, I'm told it's a necessity. But think about it. You couldn't get your car worked on. You had to make an appointment just to get your car worked on. You know, all those things that go into that. You ever try to fix your own HVAC? Right? Do a little welding? How about make a machine tool? You know, but everything that we do revolves around what these folks are doing. And so they are what makes this whole thing work. So congratulations. We're glad to have you here. And we look forward to honoring you because you certainly deserve it. And right now, what I'd like to do is, let me see where I am on my, it's you? Oh, I want to Ed, I'm sorry, Ed, I'm a little out of it today. Ed Dellinger is our chairman for this, so I'll turn it over to him. Thanks, Ed.
Brother. Thanks, Bruce. His wife told me to make the print a lot bigger. At his age, there's reading difficulties. He's challenged. Sorry, Bruce, I couldn't resist. Good afternoon. As Bruce said, my name is Ed Dillinger. I'm the chairperson for the Optimist Club CT Awards Committee. This is, as he said, it's a fantastic day for me because I'm the former career tech supervisor, now retired, and I get to see all my old friends and principals and superintendents. And so I just love this. This is my favorite program of the year. First of all, I want to introduce some special guests that are with us today. And I'm going to start with a group that has really been big for us this year in our programs. It's the Lynchburg TV, Lynchburg, I guess it's what do we call them, Bruce? Lynchburg TV. Shaquille, what's your official title now? Lynchburg Broadcasting TV Crew. That's crooks. But anyway, today we have Phil Spinner with us, and we have Shaquille Cook and Aisha Iqbal. If y'all would stand up, and we'll give y'all a big round of applause. They do a fantastic job, and for you parents here today and Optimist Club members, this will be rebroadcast in Lynchburg City Schools and also on Lynchburg City Public Television. So you'll be able to see this over and again. In case you're trying to take that picture or video with your phone, you can see it later and copy it on your TV later. Also, at this time, I'd like to introduce some special guests with us. We have some of the hardest working people in Lynchburg schools. Well, hardest working people around anywhere. First is Dr. Crystal Edwards, Superintendent of Lynchburg City Schools. Crystal, you stand. Next we have Mr. Robbie Dooley, the Supervisor of Instruction for Career and Technical Education of Lynchburg Schools. Without a doubt, two of the hardest men in public education. Principal of Heritage High School, Mr. Tim Beatty. Where's Tim? And the brand new principal from E.C. Glass High School, Dr. Danny Rule. Danny, stand up. I'd also like to take a minute to also thank all you parents, Optimist Club guests, the students obviously for the awards we're about to recognize. And at this time also, are there any Optimist Club members that have a guest with them today, a prospective member today? Anyone? Well, I have one. Gary Harvey and I have Mr. Dooley. We're hoping that Mr. Dooley is going to consider application of Lynchburg Optimist Club. I think that's the plan after lunch today. If not, I put him on the spot, so I'm in trouble. Okay, at this time, before we go on to the awards, we're going to give you a chance to have hopefully an awesome lunch provided by Oakwood Country Club. And Sonder, who? Oh, my fault. I'm ahead of myself. Okay, hold on for a sec. Before, Sonya's going to tell us which table to go eat and stuff in just a few seconds. Before we do that, could we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic in which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And also, Joe Seaford, would you lead us? Thanks. At this time, the Oakwood staff will tell you which tables can join us first for lunch. Enjoy your lunch. And we have several programs with the Optimist Club honoring students in various areas, such as musical and theater appreciation, the ROTC programs at Glass and Heritage. We have two programs that recognize local youth, and we also have the Governor School Science Project, as well as the Career Tech programs that you're going to see today. With the program today, as I mentioned, we are highlighting the career and technical students' accomplishments. By doing so, it's our hope that you and I will be educated more about the various programs in career and tech with Lynchburg schools. Good jobs are awaiting these young people in our community. This is the fourth year that Architectural Partners has served as our primary sponsor, and I'd like to give Gary Harvey and Karen Nixon a big round of applause as their members as well as Architectural Partners. This is also the 27th year that we have had this recognition of career tech students. This program started in a restaurant with Joe Seaford and myself a long, long time ago, about 1996. We started putting this together, and we've been going strong ever since. Next, I'd like to ask the following people to stand and be recognized for their work to help make this presentation possible today. The Lynchburg City Schools Career Tech Department Chairs, Sergeant Major David Eldridge, and Ms. Kim Hansen, CT Chair at EC Glass High School. Next, I'd like to recognize the members of this committee that helped us put this program on today. These are members of the Optimist Club of Lynchburg and also Lynchburg City Schools personnel. I'd like to recognize Mr. Gary Harvey. Please stand. Ms. Jessie Hunt. Once again, Ms. Kim Hansen and Mr. Robbie Dooley, Career Tech Supervisor. We received approximately 27 letters this year from the various career tech staff at Glass and Heritage. So to get down to 10 winners, it was a tough task, and this was the committee that helped select these winners today. I'd also like to thank Jennifer Luckadoo, one of our past president, for helping set up this luncheon with Oakwood, and also Jim Ballingy for helping me secure the gift certificates from La Coretta, which these students will receive. Now it's my pleasure. It's time to give out some awards. I'd like to ask our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Gary Harvey, to come up and introduce our student winners, and he also has a word from you, or to you, from Architectural Partners. Gary.
Thank you so much. We are definitely honored to be able to sponsor this program because both Karen and myself are products of CTE programs, and it's something to be said about these young people and the accomplishments that they've had, and we look forward to honoring each of you this afternoon. It's been said that a name can tell you a lot about a person or a place or a thing. Names can even tell you something about what they might do. Our name, Architectural Partners, might tell you that we are an architecture firm, but more importantly, it summarizes what our mission statement is. We seek to operate in a way that we are our clients' architectural partners. We explain to our clients when we work with them on their projects that we don't just work for them, we work in partnership with them. A partnership is deeper than a collaborative or even a team. A partnership implies that one is investing oneself into the other party. I invest myself in our clients and in their projects. Their goals become my goals. To you, the students that we honor here today, you got here today because of partnerships. And two of the most important partnerships are likely with you here today. That's your family and that's your teachers. Always remember how each of you has been invested in by these people. They have invested a lot of themselves into you. And we as optimists are glad today to not only honor you, but also to honor them. You've heard the term pay it forward. Well, I encourage you first to acknowledge those who have invested in you. And now I want you to find ways that you can go invest in others. Today, you teachers and family, you'll get to see just how your investments have come to fruition. And students, you will get to see eventually how that your investment in other people can bring you joy. And that's what makes you an optimist. First off, I would like to invite Karen Nixon from our office, as well as Jim Light and Robbie Dooley. Bruce Light, sorry, Bruce. Getting you and Jim. They're going to help this afternoon handing out some of our awards as we acknowledge these young people. So I'd like to take a minute, first and foremost, to thank our career tech teachers that are present with us today. The work that they do with these young people every day and encouraging the students to excel in their particular endeavors. You are our special guests, and I would like to invite you to come forward and stand with your students when we announce their names today. Each student will receive a certificate of recognition. They'll also receive an Optimist Club medallion and a $50 gift certificate to La Coretta. So when your name is called, when we introduce you, if you would come forward, we would also ask that you introduce the guests that you have with you, and not just mom and dad. You might know them as mom and dad, but we would like to know them by their names. All right, so first and foremost, architecture and engineering. So our awardee is Sam Yarborough with EC Glass, and the instructor is Ms. Kim Hansen. You can? Yes. Congratulations, Sam. Ms. Hansen?
So I nominated Sam for this award just outside of him being an excellent student and his high academic achievement through high school. I've known Sam now for 4 years, and I get that I get to be able to be a part of his education and some of my students for 4 years, and it's wonderful. But over the time that I have known Sam, I have seen him come to class every day. And he has always come into the classroom with a very positive attitude. He's always willing to help his classmates. Just an all-round, wonderful classmate and student to have in my program. So I think it's been a joy to have him in my class. I have one of the things that kind of has set him out outside of just doing things is the Skills USA contest last year. It was a very, very tough competition, and he went in unknowingly, and he did what he was supposed to. He came out, and there's that smile on his face. So he was very optimistic about, whatever happened, it happened, and, it's just really great to see a student to be so delightful to have in your program. So that's why I nominated Sam.
So today I brought my dad. He goes by the name of Chuck Yarbrough. He means a lot to me, not just because he's my dad, but he's also a really big role model in my life for kind of everything I do. And yeah, he's probably the most important person in my life, and I look up to him every day.
Next is cosmetology. Our awardee is Ms. Caitlin Meskill, and instructor is Ms. Jasmine Payne, and this is from Heritage High School.
Hello. So I've had the pleasure of getting to know Katie over the last 2 years. We call her Katie instead of Caitlin. But there are so many reasons why I literally have a 2-page letter that I submitted on her behalf. She has grown and flourished so much over the last 2 years. Just learning how to communicate, learning how to communicate professionally, being in an atmosphere where everyone has a different personality. And if you've ever been in a hair salon, you know that hairstylists have very different personalities, one extreme all the way to the other. And learning how to cope and function as a teenager in that type of environment takes a lot of maturity. So she has matured over the last 2 years. She has also held a 3.1 GPA while cheering for basketball and football, running track, being in band the last 4 years at Heritage High School. So she has not only been an asset in our cosmetology classroom, but she has been a great ambassador for Heritage High School as well. And she is currently preparing for her Skills USA competition where she will be demonstrating nail care. She went to the competition that was at the state fair and she competed there. She did very well. So we're looking forward to what she's going to do with the next competition. We're looking forward to her not only winning at districts, but I'm going to say it already, she's going to states, and then we're going to nationals, and then we're going to world. So she's going far, but I'm so thankful and grateful for her participation, for her dedication to the program, even when it gets a little lengthy and heavy, because this is a post-secondary curriculum that she's learning. It's not on a high school level, it is on a college level. The demand is on a college level, and she has kept an A average in my class for 2 years. And if you talk to any of my students, you will know that that's not an easy task, because I don't cut corners and I don't give you any leeway. So I'm very proud of her, and I thank her for her dedication to the program.
Hi, I brought my parents, Demona Meskill and John Meskill. Those have been my #1 supporters in anything I've ever done, and a great help to this cosmetology program, because it was nice I was up till 3 in the morning doing book work. It's a lot of book work. Thank you.
Next on our program is criminal justice. At EC Glass, our award winner is Stephanie Estrada Del Cid, and the instructor is Ms. Kelly Glynn.
Good afternoon. Thank you first to the Optimist Club for giving me this opportunity to recognize an outstanding student. This is the first time I've nominated somebody from Heritage. I teach at EC Glass. We have students that come over. And what I will say about travel students is that it takes a lot of courage and dedication to do that. It is, some years it's every day, depends on the schedule. This year it was every other day. And it takes courage to come in and get to know a whole new group of people that already know each other, and they're already connected. And Steph is coming over, and she's making her way through a lunchroom of people who have been going to school together for a while. And so I just she blended right in. I mean, she was accepted by her peers at EC Glass and at Heritage. She's very well respected among all of them. She demonstrates excellent leadership skills. She is that person who throws her hand up first to answer questions. But at the beginning of this year, so I met her last year in Criminal Justice 1, and then at the beginning of this year, Mr. Dooley said, we're going to go to the Virginia State Fair and compete for at Skills USA. And I was like, well, I've never been. I don't know what they do. And so I was thinking, okay, who should I bring to compete? I had no information on what we would do as a competition. And she came to mind right away. And I went to Steph and I said, hey, do you want to go to the Skills USA State Fair and compete? And I said, I don't know what we're doing. And she said, yes. Because that is the kind of person Steph is. She will pursue opportunities. She takes advantage of things. And she was willing to jump in there. And we got there, and we found out when we got there that she would be making a traffic stop in a police car, and that's what she would be judged on. And we had several larger technical centers there, and she came in second with her backup officer, had to write a traffic ticket. And she's just continued to excel throughout this year in criminal justice too. We're currently in our crime scene unit. She's very interested in forensic science. That's her plan after graduation. She already has a plan for what she wants to do. She wants to go to an in-state school. She wants to apply to be a cadet at Lynchburg Police Department. And so I know that she's invested in this community, but she's also going to be going to Skills USA to compete in a team of 3 for crime scene investigations at the district level. And I'm just already going to assume, like Jasmine, that we're going to be at states as well. And this is the kind of student that I want to travel with, and I want to put this investment into because of her investment into her work and her program and just how outstanding of an example she is. So again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to recognize her.
I brought my dad, Aquilino Estrada, and my partner, Zachariah Hammett. They both have supported me through these last 2 years and trying to figure out what I wanted to do and everything. So I really appreciate them. Thank you.
Ed reminded me that I overlooked one of our award winners, and I apologize. So we're going to go back to Precision Machinery with Joshua Miller at EC Glass and Mr. Paul Irwin as the Ewing as the instructor.
Nobody in here knows my name is Paul. Everybody calls me Doc. So the principal of Glass calls me Doc. But I wished I could have had Josh for 4 years instead of 2. They only let him do junior and senior. He didn't know what he was doing at the beginning of last year. He came in eyes open, cheerful, on time, present, didn't miss any time. He was there and he learned. And first-year students don't realize how much they do learn. And they see the exam. I give them the exam first day of school. Final exam, first day. And we're going to fail this thing. I said, it's not a pad, it's not graded. This is what you're going to learn. And at the end of the year, it will count. So, but he persevered, came through. He learned so much, and then this year, he's teaching other students. I have 16 children, 16 students in my class. Not a big class, 30, 20, but it's one teacher, and you've got a shop full of equipment. 4 lathes, 4 milling machines, 3 welders, saws, drill presses. I can't be everywhere all at one time. He helps out. He goes to the students, says, hey, you need a hand on this? You stuck on this? They come to him also. Hey, come here and help me. Doc's up here doing this. Can you give me a hand? There he is. I can always count on him, always. And like I say, I wish I could have had him 4 years, but not just 2. He's what? A student, 3.6 GPA, and you're on up there. And so lifeguard, extracurricular, he does that stuff all the time for how many years now? 3. Going to camp this summer to be a counselor out there. And he will do a great job. And I'm just super glad I've had him. I almost wish he'd fail so I could get him again. Well, with 3.6, not going to happen. So anyway, that's what I got. Good for you.
I brought my parents, Carl and Alice Miller, my girlfriend, Jackie Jurgovan, and my dad. He used to be a construction laborer, and he kind of just inspired me to do trades. So that's kind of why I wanted to do machining. I worked for a construction company, and I really enjoyed that, so I wanted to go into metal work and see how that worked out, and that was really cool. And my mom always supports me and takes care of everything that, my dad's at work, she'll take care of the house and make sure I get where I need to be. My girlfriend always supports me with everything I do, and I really appreciate that. So thank y'all.
Great job. Keep it up.
Next is our culinary arts program, and that's going to be at EC Glass, and it's Tashana Shay, Bartlett Snoke. Did I? You're close. Close? Okay. I heard you go by Shay. Sage. Okay. Yeah, I'm not hearing well today, am I, Ed? And the instructor is Mr. Tommy Phillips.
Where to begin? So every year these emails come out, hey, you need to nominate somebody for the Optimist Award, and I'm thinking about it. She just happened to be standing there, and I'm like, okay, I'll nominate her. No, kidding. So Sage and I actually have some history. I've known her since she was in the 6th grade when I used to work at Lincoln Middle School as a truancy person. I'm going to leave that where it is. But I knew her through middle school and watched her grow from, I don't want to use the word nefarious. What's another word? But this child who was good in expressing herself in not so good ways. Make sense? Okay. So she comes to middle school, she comes to high school, and she becomes part of the culinary arts program. And as I'm watching her, I realize this is not the same young woman that I knew 4 years ago. Sage has blossomed into this fantastic young lady. She is intelligent, she's driven, she is articulate, she has great self-initiative, she volunteers, the first one to volunteer anytime we have a catering event or something that we need to do for like the CTE advisory committee. She's always pushing herself. And I'm very proud to say that she is actually my first culinary arts student that is going to graduate and pursue a career in the food service industry and culinary arts. So the reason I've nominated Sage is basically because she has become the young lady that I saw in her years ago that she had the potential to be and will continue to grow. So.
Today I brought my mother, Dream Snoke, and my soon-to-be fiance, Javon Brown. I love them very much, and I love that they're here to support me, and I'm very thankful to be here, and I feel very honored to receive this award.
Good job. Good job. Thank you.
Next is cybersecurity at Heritage High School, and it's Micaiah Brown, I'm sorry, Micaiah Brown, and the instructor is Mr. Bill Carter.
The notes that I printed out are printed off of a printer that Mackay connected to a Cisco router switch system this morning that he had constructed with his friends. I usually don't bring notes, but I thought this would be kind of cool. So during the current semester, I've had the privilege of collaborating with Mackay in 2 advanced classes. I have him on A days with computer systems tech, that's the advanced class. And then the next day I have him with cybersecurity, also the advanced class. Mackay has A's in both of these classes. Indeed, Mackay spends 3 hours with me every weekday. I told my son that. He says, "Gosh, that's a lot, Dad." He has a natural curiosity about everything being said or anything new in the classroom, and he jumps in and explores right away. He can't help but be a lifelong learner. He just can't help it. He's just so naturally curious and collaborates so well with others. And let me be the first to say that Mackay jumps into topics so quickly and is so interested that there are occasions when he is grossly interested in things that I wish he would be interested more in what I was saying. But it's a privilege. One of the charming aspects observing Mackay is witnessing how he completes his assignments and then naturally gravitates towards helping struggling classmates. He offers assistance with patience and good humor, and he gets the student on track and in a good way, and there's not much time that goes by before the two of them are laughing about something. So he brings a lot of joy to the classroom. He has a very interesting communication technique. He says the person's name that he's talking to at the beginning of the sentence and then again at the end of the sentence. And I'm not going to imitate that, but it's very powerful. When Mackay is talking to you about something, you can't help but listen to it. You hear your name, Mr. Carter, something, 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 Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter. And the same with his buddy AJ. The people, the ones you work with to set up the, yeah, great. It's really neat to watch him go. It's a pleasure to have him in the classroom. He's just wonderful, and I just have a lot of admiration for his curiosity and his style points and the way he is with his classmates. Thank you, Mackay.
I'd like to thank my mom, Katrina Brown, and my dad, Delonte Brown, people who I look up to pretty much from the day I was born, to be honest. And I mean, that's pretty much it.
All right, next on our program is carpentry at Heritage High School. We have Xavier White, and Mr. Jason Daniels as the instructor.
First off, I want to thank you guys for supporting, coming out, and doing this event because it means a lot to our students, to us as teachers. And I'm a bit of an optimist myself. If you'd go back 20-some years and ask my high school teachers if I would be teaching high school right now, you would probably get quite a few chuckles because of the optimistic nature my life has been. Obviously, it's led me to a place where it doesn't matter what accolades you have or what degrees you have on the wall, you can care about people in any industry and any career you choose. And so that's why I love what I do as a teacher, and I love having students like Xavier in my class. And Xavier is the very definition of an optimist, of a leader. He's constantly engaging in questions and asking how to do this. He's pointing out if I do something wrong. Not in a bad way or not in a negative way, but he does that in a very professional manner. So he carries himself with a leadership skill and quality that is infectious. When he sits with a group of people in the classroom, they tend to follow his lead. And that's a skill that you're born with. You don't really develop that. He's got that characteristic about him. And anytime I need somebody dependable, whether it's going to elementary schools to glue boats together with third graders, he's down for it. If it's, help move a picnic table or help do this or help do that, I can always depend on Xavier. I'll end and lastly say that it's easy for us to look at this generation, this group of kids that are coming up now. I say kids, but Xavier's 18. He's a young adult. But it's easy for us to look at them and say, where is the hope? There's a lot of society is lost in FaceTime and constant entertainment through devices, through television, through this, through that, and the other. But when I have students like Xavier, and like many others that come through my program, what that truly gives me is hope. I have hope that tomorrow that my kids and my grandkids, that Xavier's kids and then on can have a possible good future, a bright future when people like him still exist. People like him show up every day. They ask questions. And Xavier, I know without a shadow of a doubt, if you continue the route you're going, ask questions, keep growing, keep being the best version of yourself you can be. And credit to your mom and your family that speak. I mean, obviously you have a good home life because of the person you are. But keep doing that, and there's no doubt the sky's the limit for you. Keep your goals small and shoot for the stars, brother.
And today I brought my biggest supporter, my mom. And my mom's in the spiritual light.
Great job, buddy. Keep it up.
Next, we have the marketing program, again at Heritage High School. And our recipient is Essence Rosser, and the instructor is Mr. Andrew Kelso.
I was talking to Mr. Daniels. He said he didn't like to speak too much, but I kind of feel bad following him right now. So I don't talk as much. But first of all, I'd like to say thank you again for this program. It's really nice to recognize the kids. CTE doesn't get the recognition a lot of times as the other programs do. And to see these kids out there and the good things they're doing, it's important. It's important to our program, the community, and everything involved. Essence, just, and like I said, I'm not a big speaker, but I knew she was going to win this award last year, okay? She's been in the program for 2 years, and I can always count on her. She's actually, to me, more mature than for her age. She is one of the things that it's kind of funny when we're in class and some of the kids are joking around and all, I'll get this look from her like, I don't know how you do this. And I said, well, you got to do what you got to do. She's a wonderful young lady. She's really interested in marketing, and everybody in class, as all you guys know, not necessarily interested in the program that you are. Sometimes they're just there. She's really interested in it to the point she's going to go to Johnson & Wales and major in marketing. I was hoping you'd say that. Because that's what I had on the paper anyway. So, and she's really involved in DECA. She's this is be her second year going to the state, which will be going on March the 1st. And she competed last year. First year you go is kind of like to get the feel of how it works. The second year you go, that's when you put in the work and you get things done. So hopefully we can make it to nationals and all that. Just a little bit more about her. I hate to see her go, actually. It's kind of been one of my favorites there. You kind of latch on to students that are really interested in what you're saying and what you're doing. She really is. I don't know what else to say. Essence, that's it. I just hate to see her go. She's important to me. Oh, and this is a copy of the letter that I wrote for you.
Thank you.
For you to keep. I don't know if you're going to do anything with it, but it's for you to keep. There you go.
So firstly, I would like to thank Coach Kelso again for nominating me. I really enjoyed marketing. I came into it with some prior feeling of wanting to be in marketing, but he's been a great mentor, so decided to keep going with it. So today I have my mom, Patrice Rosser, and my dad, Alvin Hawkins, with me. They're both well-spoken people. They're two different ways, but they're amazing people. They're my biggest mentors, and so it's natural that I come out well-spoken too and dive head first into marketing. So I'd like to thank them and Coach Kelso again. Thank you.
Great job. Good luck.
All right, next on our program, we have nurse aide. And this, again, is with Heritage High School, Pamela Tweedy, and the instructor is Miss Andrea Bryant.
Hi, I'm Andrea Bryant. I'm the nurse aide instructor for the Heritage High School Nurse Aide Program, and I'm so proud to be here to recommend Pamela for this award. I've known her for over a year, and during my relationship, I've experienced an individual who shows up when asked and works hard, who carries herself in a polite and respectable manner. Pamela is a devout student who has always presented herself with a level-headedness and grace. She always has a smile on her face and a positive attitude, which with our residents that we take care of is very much needed. And so Pamela demonstrates professionalism during class and in clinical. She shows up to class on time and ready to work. She works well with all of the other students. The other students look up to her and ask her for help. She completes her work on time and always does an excellent job on her assignments. Her problem-solving skills are impeccable, as well as her attention to detail. I'm extremely impressed with Pamela's work ethic. She's organized, intelligent, and capable, whether she's dealing with her patients or whether she's dealing with their family members. She demonstrates kindness, compassion, and caring for them. Pamela is yet another modern-day Florence Nightingale with her quiet yet strong demeanor. And I'm so proud to nominate Pamela for this award, and I'm so proud of you.
So today I'm here with my mom, Sharika Poindexter, and my tutor. Well, we call her my tutor, but she's more like my grandma. She met me around 5, and ever since then, she's been going through, you know, the hardships and everything with us and just helping us get to where we want to be as a person. So, thank you.
Okay. Our next program area is dental careers, and it's again with Heritage High School. Shayna, I'm sorry. Is it?
She's a Heritage student. Yeah.
Yes, Heritage student. Shayna Little and Ms. Whitney Wilson.
My girl Shayna, I am so happy she won this award. Honestly, I had a lot of top people in her class this year that really showed up and showed out. I started in November of her junior year, which is in the middle of the school year, and they were really, really behind, and they definitely worked hard to get to this point. And when I told them, because I had multiple students come in my class and ask, who won the award? I want to know, was it me? And I was like, Shayna got it this year, and everybody was so happy. They were like, yeah, Shayna deserves it. I'm glad she got that. It is a blessing to have her in my program. It's just been eye-opening. She has been the best student I could have ever asked for. Like one of the other teachers said, when it's just one of you and you've got 15 other kids doing all these different labs, Shayna's always the first one done. It's always done correctly. I mean, she is really detailed and takes her work seriously. So I'd have to give her a second lab to do that's a little bit more difficult than the rest of the class, or if not, she would have like an hour of nothing to do because she gets done so fast. But I'm just so proud of her and can't wait to see her journey on to dental school. I know she's going to get accepted in, and I'm just so excited for her future. She really made me proud.
I brought today my dad, Dr. Ian Little, and then my mom, Tanya Little. They've just pushed me to continue growing every single day and to experience new things, and I definitely thank them for that, for pushing me. So thank you.
So I think that covers all of our program areas, but I would like to ask if all of the students and their instructors would hang around after our program today so that we can get a picture of you. Again, thank you all and congratulations to all of our students, and thank you to all of our instructors.
All right, thank y'all. First of all, a big hand for all the award recipients and a big hand for all of the instructors. Second thing is, and I know he's not going to like me doing this, but a big hand for Ed and all of his committee. It's a big program. Third thing is, and I officiated under Jim back there, and he taught me this is 2 and this is 3, so I'm sorry. But, because when you're doing downs, anyway. But long story short. Anyway, I was going to tell a story about a person I know that came through this program, went on to found his own business here in town, has grown it very nicely. You would all know this person. I wouldn't use their name because I didn't ask him if I could. But I think what really speaks for what this club is, for what really speaks for what an optimist is, and what really speaks for the future of this country, you've just seen it. You've just seen it. So thank you to the parents. Thank you to all the people who make this possible. So, and I can't leave out Gary and Architecture Partners, so thank you again. Now, we have a little club business to do. There's one piece of club business that's not on the agenda, so I'm going to do that one right quick, but it's very, very important. This has been on back order for a long time, and it's something we need to do for one of our members, because we have somebody that we needed somebody to fill a position, and they needed to think about it some, because it's a position that really has more responsibility than most any others. And they stepped up and said, yeah, I'll do it. So we call that the Optimist of the Year. He doesn't know he's going to get this, but it's Matt Marstella, and we just want to thank you.
Just thank you to everyone. I really wasn't anticipating that, and it's really no different than what you've seen today. I mean, I had at least 10 teachers stand up here and say, well, when I needed someone to step up, she stepped up, or he stepped up, and that's what you do, right? Keep doing what you're doing. You made your mama cry over here, and that's awesome. You don't get to see that every day. You don't get to say that's awesome. She's so proud you had your mom crying. That's great. So keep doing great things out there for our community, and sky's the limit, like you said earlier. Keep doing great things. Thank you, Bruce, and thank you to the club.
Thanks again to Matt, and thanks to our guests for letting me, indulging me in that. We do gamble in this club, but we gamble for a good reason. So I'm going to ask Jim to come forward. He's our treasurer, and we do a 50-50. And we're down to 3 cards in the 50-50. So I'll let Jim take it from there.
Well, it's 50-50. They're drawing for the Joker. Only 3 cards left to start with a deck of 52 plus 1. Like I said, it's 50% goes to the youth fund, help support these programs. The other 50 goes to the winner. We're now at $230 after today, about $240 to the winner. I will ask you, wait a minute, we'll get a student. Take my student. That's Matt Marsteller, and 17 the second, if there is a Joker in there, and that would be Laura Black. So before we get back, there is a Joker there. We'll put this up.
Now, before Matt draws, I'll remind him that precedent has been set that if you win, the pike goes back to the club for no pressure. Thank you. Thank you. Tremendous. Tremendous. Peer pressure. Sorry about that. So we don't really gamble, we just have fun. But this is what we do. If you're interested in joining us, see any of us, any of the members, we have a really nice website as well. Learn about us. If you'd like to come attend a meeting, be our guest. We'd love to have you with us. In closing, once again, thank you to everybody. This is a wonderful program, huge program, and we really, really appreciate everybody's support, and particularly what all these young people are doing. And thank you for keeping us able to do everything we do, because without y'all in these fields, we couldn't do what we do. It's that simple. Place would come to a screeching halt, as we've seen. But anyway, let's close the meeting. On the back of your program is the Optimist Creed. And just a reminder, after we close, we would like for all the recipients to come forward with their instructors for pictures. And also, after we take those, then the parents and everybody else is welcome to take pictures as well. So if you'll stand and join me in the Optimist Creed. To be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. To talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person you meet. To make all your friends feel that there is something in them. To look at the sunny side of everything, make your optimism come true. To think only of the best, to work only for the best, and to expect only the best. To be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as you are about your own. To forget the mistakes of the past and press on to the greater achievements in the future. To wear a cheerful countenance at all times, give every living creature you meet a smile. To give so much time to improvement of yourself, you have no time to criticize others. To be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit. Thank you all very much.